शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। So the word Atma is used with three different meanings. It is Gauna, Nitya and Nitya. Now among these, to assess our love for different things, objects, beings, etc., we take the one towards which there is excessive love as Uchita Atma. And for that Uchita Atma, whatever those things are conducive in terms of either the rest of the Atmas are taken as Shesha. This is as far as towards which we have got love, Priti, and whatever that is conducive to that Priti. But there are also things which may not be conducive. So they are again divided into two folds. That is Dvesha and Supeka. Therefore, in terms of assessment of the love towards different objects, beings, and events, so we can divide the entire world in terms of Uchita Atma, that is Atma, Sheshaha, then Anyatra, that is Dvesha and Supeka. So that means we can have four divisions, but these four divisions are made from the standpoint of our assessing the love that we have got towards all these. So to find out what is that exactly towards which we have got the maximum love or limitless love, what is the Priyatama? What is Priyatama? That is determined from that standpoint. These four categories have been made. We are now told that Chaturvidhyam is being shown based on the earlier analysis of 52. Atma Shesha Upeksham Cha Dvesham Cheti Chaturshvati Na Vyakti Niyamah Kintu Tat Tat Karyat Tatha Tatha. Atma Shesha Upeksham Cha Dvesham Cha iti Chatursu api Vyakti Niyamaha na asti. Asti where there or na bhavati. Vyakti Niyamaha na asti. Kintu तत्तत्कार्यात् तथा तथा भवति, तत्तत्कार्यात् तथा तथा भवति. So, among these four, what are those? That means there are four are Atma. But keep in mind this Atma. Which Atma? Uchitaha Atma or Pradhana Atma. Mukhya Atma keep separate. Because otherwise confusion will come afterwards. So, Uchitaha Atma, the appropriate Atma for the execution of the particular Vyavahara or the dealing. Therefore, either you call him Pradhana Atma or Uchita Atma, but keep separate the word Mukhya Atma. So, Mukhya Atma, who is Mukhya Atma? Sakshi. Sakshi Chaitanya Satchidananda Swarupaha. So, therefore, Atma. So, this division is from the standpoint of assessing the love toward them and absence of them. Atma. Sheshaha. Sheshaha means, who Sheshaha? Sheshaha means secondary, Anga, which is subsidiary. So, to whom? Uchita Atma. The one that is secondary to Uchita Atma, in the sense, the one who is helpful to the Uchita Atma. That is where Sheshaha, Tasya Sheshaha, Tasya Atmanaha Shesha Bhutaha Anatma. The word Anatma was used in stanza 50. Anatmani tu Tat Sheshe was there. Second line of 50. Sheshaha is Tasya Atmanaha. Which Atmanaha? Uchitasya Atmanaha. The Uchita Atma, the one who is the prominent in the particular context. Shesha Bhutaha. Shesha Bhutaha means Sopakaraka Bhutaha. That is Sopakarakaha. The one who is helpful to that Uchita Atma. So that one. So that is namely Anatma. Anatma in the sense other than the Uchita Atma. That can be either a rest of the two from the three types of Atma that we have seen. Again, three types of Atma, keep in mind. In what sense we use the term. Sheshaha. Then, these two are from Mukhya Atma, Gauna Atma, and the Mithya Atma. Now, other rest of these, that is from there, Vesham cha, Upeksham cha, Vesham cha. Upeksham cha, that which is the object of, need not be object, being also. Whatever that is, toward which one is indifferent. So, Vesham cha, Upeksham cha. Then Vesham cha, that which is hateful or disagreeable. Iti cha iti, Chaturshu api, in these four categories. Now the question, first let us know that these four categories are there. So the question is, which is Atma, means Uchita Atma, which is Shesha, which is Dvesha, and which is Upeksha? Is there a definite rule that a given object or a being or an event can be only of one variety? Can you say so? This is what you say. Is there a Vyakti Niyama? Means a Vyakti, a given individual, can it be called as always Atma, means Uchitaha Atma, or can it be called as Sheshaha, can it be called as Upekshaha, or can it be called as Veshaha? Can we label in this manner? Not possible. Therefore he says, why we'll say after. And how we can determine also we'll say after. Therefore he says, Chaturshapi, Chaturshapi, among these four categories. Again this category from the standpoint of assessment of love. Among these, Vyakti Niyamaha Nasti. There is no hard and fast rule that a given individual is either of these four all the time. That is important. You can't say, definitely you can't say it is always, that means a given is always Uchitaha Atma. The son who was prominent now may turn out to be otherwise later. So like that it means it varies. So, Vyakti Niyamaha like this. Tikakara says, means a given individual is always of this variety. either dear or dearer or dearest, etc. You can never say, or upeksha, dvesha, you can never say. Tika, ayameva priyatamaha, ayameva priyaha, idameva upeksham, idameva dvesham, nanyad iti vyakti niyamaha nasti. What is vyakti niyama? The Tikakara is given. So, ayameva priyatamaha, this one is the most dear. The other one is priyaha. Ayameva priyaha. Other one is dear. Third one is idameva upeksham. This is thing which about which one can be indifferent. Again, idameva dvesham. This is disagreeable or hateful. Like this. Vyakti niyamaha. A hard and fast rule about a given vyakti, a given individual or object, or the being also, or anybody, need not be human beings only, any living being or object. Niyamaha nasti is there, it is not there. Nasti. That is Vyakti niyamaha nasti. Then what is there? And how can you decide that particular thing, Uchitaha Atma or Sheshaha, Upeksham, Vesham? How can you decide that way? Kintu, whereas tat tat karyat tatha tatha. Tat tat karyat means from those different karya, the effect or result. So, with respect to these, whatever result we get, from that we can say, we have given one is Atma, Sheshaha, Upeksham, Vesham, etc. We can verify. Means Atmatva, Uchitatmatva, Pradhanatmatva, the prominent Atma, again subsidiary, secondary one, or that which can be about which one can be indifferent or disagreeable. This can be determined only based on the effect, the result that we come across, not from the standpoint of the individual itself. It will be explained with the help of an example. For example, tiger. Which category? Atma. Uchitaha Atma? Certainly not. Gaunaha Atma? Sheshaha? I already told, he has given the example of Vyagra Sarpadi, Dvesham. Generally, a tiger is what Dvesham is, because it is someone that is there is a fright about it. You know, that is, one is afraid of that. Dvesham. But can we say that tiger is something which is always Dvesha? Very important thing. Yamatma Paranda, this example was taken, actually it is from here only. Example of tiger was taken. Not always. At times it can be, Shesha also. It can be conducive also. How come? Do you go to circus? Not do you know. Not do you go to the. Did you go to circus? Did you go to circus? Or what is that? Gir forest. Somebody told me one family went to Gir forest. You know Gir forest? Lions are there, still they are there. There was a child. And there, the guards were there, of course, security guards were there. And they were looking somewhere, they could not find a lion. So by that time, the child told, Mummy, see big dog. The child doesn't know what is a lion. Actually, a big lion was there standing. Mummy, big dog. Mummy turned, and what happened? Mummy's mouth dried. Of course, the security guards are there. Don't run, don't move, be there, nothing, no harm at all. Afterwards, you look nicely. So it is a tamed one. So that's not tamed, is a trained one. Because with the guns, etc., and security guard, they know. If you run, then danger is there. Like dogs, you face the dog. If you run, then dogs will chase you. Like that. So now, actually, it is Dvesha. But here in this case, it is not so. So therefore, that is not being told. Listen. So, a given being need not necessarily be of one variety all the time. it differs. How? A good example is given with respect to the tiger. So, tiger as it is, it's a dvesha. Straight away we can say it is something which is frightful, but not always. How? This one. That Dakshinayamaha nasti. This is being explained. That is a given entity need not necessarily always belong to one of the four categories. सर्वत्र अपि अनियम योजनाय प्रसिद्धे द्वेषव्याघ्रे तदभावं दर्शयति. Sarvatra means with respect to all the beings, etc. Aniyama yojanaya. Yojanaya means to fix, or fixing, or applying. Aniyama means there is no hard and fast rule that a given being should necessarily be one of the four categories always. So, prasiddhe dveshya vyagre. In the well-known Vyagra tiger, which is known to be dvesha. It is disagreeable, it is hateful because the fear is on account of tiger, the fear is there on account of tiger. So there was dvesha. Tadabhavam. Tadabhavam means dveshasya abhavam darsheti. Even in that tiger which is generally dvesha, the absence of dvesha, the hate or the fright is shown. With this example. Continuing. Syadvyaghra sammukho dveshah. Upekshasthu parangmukah. Lalanadanukulaschet. Vinodayeti sheshatam. Sammukah vyaghraha dveshah syat. Sammukha vyagraha dveshaha syat. Tu parangmukhaha hi upekshaha bhavati. Tu parangmukhaha hi upekshaha add bhavati. Again, lalanat anukulaha chet. लालनाद अनुकूलः चेत विनोदाय एड भवति. विनोदाय भवति भवति टू बी एडेड. इति शेषताम एड भजते. इति शेषताम भजते. सम्मुखः व्याघ्रः द्वेषः. The tiger that you confront with, what will you do? Hello tiger, how are you? Is it? Veshaha. It is something of that it creates horror. Fear is there because it will follow you. Therefore, sammukhaha, that means face to face. So the tiger that is confronted with, so veshaha bhasyat. It becomes something which is vesha means it fights you. Here in this sense, something which gives you terror. Okay. Whereas in contrast with this, tu parangmukhaha hi upekshaha. Parangmukha means which is going somewhere, let us say. So paramukha gacchati means the tiger which is not in front of you, but suppose you had been there and there in at distant forest the tiger was there and that also not coming this side, it was going other way. Or let us say Rishikesh, in olden days tigers were there in Purana Jad itself, but where? On the other bank. On the other bank the tiger was there and it was going and you are on this bank. Abba, safe, because it won't swim. Therefore you are, that is what paramukha upeksha, you are indifferent about that. Lalanat anukula state. By lalna here, lalna literally means fondling, but fondling here means training. By training, when circus etc. done. So therefore, by training, so lalna, actually fondling here, you can't fondle a tiger. you will be fondled once forever afterwards. Okay, so therefore, lalna, by fondling is training. By training, anukula state, it is favorable. Favorable means it becomes an object of entertainment. So, anukula state, vinodaya bhavati, it becomes a means of your entertainment. That's what circus, etc. is. In circus, etc., that means you are entertained by the performance of a tiger. Suppose the same tiger escaped from the cage of the. In Bombay, it happened. One lady, at least about 70 years old lady, she was at church gate on Cross Maidan footpath. She was going in the morning after the class. 8:30 she was going. So suddenly she said, "Maji, bacho, bacho, bacho." What bacho? Just she says a lion. Because there was circus going on, and somehow from the cage it escaped. And the guard that was there, he also came. Bacho, what bacho? Bhagwan only bachayega. There is no second. Of course, others of this, he didn't run, etc. By the time they came and overpowered. What bacho? Just not on 10 feet. I mean, she was just walking on the footpath. Suddenly that fellow started shouting. Save yourself. What can she save herself? Bacho means save yourself. So what can she do? So like that. So Lalnath means when it is, so long as it is under control. Therefore, then it is a means of entertainment. Vinodaya iti vinodaya bhavati. And because it becomes a means of entertainment, vinodaya bhavati iti, therefore, sheshatam bhajati. It gets the status of being shesha. Shesha means secondary. Secondary for the Uchitatma. Who is Uchitatma? The one who wants to gain the entertainment from the tiger. And the tiger becomes the means of gaining the entertainment. So, Uchitatma is me who is the seeker of entertainment, Vinoda. Whereas for me, what happens? The tiger becomes the Shesha. But earlier it was Dvesha or Upeksha. Now, which of the three exactly precisely the tiger is? No. Depending on the karya means the effect or the result that you are going to derive. So, it has got the different status. So that's what this shows, that there is no hard and fast rule that a given being is either of these three. That means Vyakti Niyama, either of the four. So Vyakti Niyamaha nasti Sheshatam bhajati. That is Sheshatam means here again Swasya Upakarakatmena, as something which is helpful, which is conducive to serve my purpose. So from that standpoint, so it gets the state bhajate, it gets the status of the being shesha. Okay. Now the doubt can be raised. If such rule is not there, there will not be order in the creation. You should know what is what. Otherwise you will take a thing to be shesha and actually it turns out to be dvesha. How are you transacting the word if you are not able to assess a given thing as like this? It will be, that means there will be a problem. No, it can be ascertained, not based on the Vyakti, but based on the effect, karya. In what way? Whatever that is conducive is shesha. Whatever that is conducive is, that is what is called, that is, it is shesha. Whatever that is hostile or not conducive, it becomes dvesha. So that way, you can, that means certainly, we can ascertain this way, dvesha and upeksha, etc. You can ascertain. So, the Pura Paksa here is, Nanu ekasya eva vastunaha priyatwadi dharma trayangikari. Trayangikari, okay. Priyatwadi dharma trayangikari. Vyavahara vyavastha na syaditi ashankya aha. Means, ekasya eva vastunaha. If a given thing alone or a given thing or a being alone is taken to have the status of all this priyatwadi, priya, this shesha, upeksha and dvesha, if it is taken to be so, accepted to be so, then vyavahara vyavastha na syat, means there will not be order in all dealings, there will be disorder in all dealings, means because we will not be able to ascertain exactly what is the nature of a given thing or a being. Therefore, there will be disorder in our all dealings. Iti syad will take place. So, iti ashankya, having doubted that, where the answer is given, no, certainly there can be a means of verification or ascertainment of this, that is the category from these four varieties. व्यक्तीनां नियमो मा भूत् तु व्यवस्थितिः आनुकूल्यं प्रातिकूल्यं द्वयाभावश्च लक्षणम् व्यक्तीनां नियमः मा भूत् तु लक्षणात् व्यवस्थितिः लक्षणात् व्यवस्थितिः भवति अर्थात् लक्षणात् व्यवस्थितिः स्यात् आनुकूल्यं प्रातिकूल्यं द्वयाभावश्च लक्षणम् आनुकूल्यं प्रातिकूल्यं द्वयाभावश्च लक्षणम् व्यक्तीनां नियमः मा भूत्. Let there not be any hard and fast rule as far as the vyakti, a given thing or being is concerned. Means based on the given thing or being by itself, one need not be able to determine whether it is priya, etc. Okay, that is fine. There is nothing hard in that. But how the order can be there? Whereas lakshanat vyavastitihi syat. Lakshanat means by characteristics or distinct marks. Lakshana means vyavartakaha dharmaha, that is lakshanam. Vyavartakaha dharmaha lakshanam. That distinctive mark which distinguishes it from the other. So that is what Tikakara has given. Lakshanam vyavartakaha dharmaha. Okay. So that characteristic or the effect. Based on the effect, so that we gain, we can certainly, there can be vyavasthitihi. Vyavasthitihi means an arrangement or a rule, a decision as to this is like this. So we can certainly arrive at an order about these four categories. So that is not based on individual, but certainly based on the characteristics or the effect or the distinctive mark. So what is that rule that in that we to determine which is priya, which is anukula, not anukula, which is dvesha, which is upeksha. What is the rule? This is the rule. Anukulyam pratikulyam dvayabhavasya lakshana. So what the lakshana is like this. Anukulyam means anukulatvam is priyasya lakshanam. Whatever that anukula means, that is the being which is favorable or agreeable is the characteristic of that which is priya. So, what is priya? You find out whether it is anukula to you, is it agreeable to you, is it favorable to you. If it is favorable, then it is priya. When it is favorable, okay, like otherwise, like tiger, no? So long as it is in the cage, it is priya. When it comes out, suddenly what happens? It became dvesha. That so long as the effect is in terms of, that is anukulyam, that anukulatvam, then it becomes priya. That is priya, that is anukulatvam priyasya lakshanam. Opposed to that, pratikulyam, that is pratikulatvam, being adverse, unfavorable or hostile, like a tiger which is hostile. That is pratikulyam means pratikulatvam. When the effect is unfavorable, adverse or hostile, so that is dveshasya lakshanam. You can conclude that a particular object or being is dvesha. It is disagreeable, hateful, dveshasya lakshanam. What about upeksha, about which one can be indifferent? So neither priya nor dvesha. Simple. It is neither anukula nor pratikula. So absence of both these is the characteristic of the upeksha. That was said dvayabhavasya. Dvayabhavasya means anukulya pratikulya rupa dvayabhavasya lakshanam. That is what upekshasya lakshanam. Upeksha is that which has neither anukulya, neither favorable disposition, nor pratikulya, nor unfavorable disposition. So that is what is actually the lakshana, the characteristic of upeksha, whatever that is, about which we are indifferent. Therefore, one should need not worry that we will not be able to assess the objects and beings, whether they are priya, dvesha or upeksha. There is no such problem is not there, it can certainly be ascertained. But a given thing by itself need not be of any one of these all the time. It goes on changing depending on the karya or effect. Okay. So with this, he reverts back that Atma is Priyatama. Again, Atma, which Atma now? Oneself. So in this, when he brought the Purva Paksha, what was the Purva Paksha? You are telling that Atma is Priyatama. But we find in the Shrutis that Putra Bharya, etc. are taken as the main one, and that this Atma is Priyatama means from that standpoint what we had arrived at, oneself is the Mukhya and rest all is Gauna. Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Whatever that is dear is because of oneself, therefore they are Gauna and me, the oneself is Mukhya. So in that context, the Purva Paksha was brought based on the Shruti quotations that Putra Bharya, etc. are Mukhya and oneself is Gauna. So in that, that itself means that is true, but that itself cannot make the Atma secondary, because Atma word is used in the meanings, with the three meanings, that is Gauna, this Mithya and Mukhya. So in this context, to assess the love towards different things, the four categories were brought. Priya, that Uchitaha, Pradhanaha, Atma, then the Shesha, Dvesha, Upeksha. And how it can be ascertained, the rule also was given. So now with all this discussion, it says Atma is the Priyatama. Oneself is the most dear. So that is now reverting back. Ika etavata grantha sandarbhena upapaditam artham buddhi saukaryaya sankhipya kathayati. So whatever that has been discussed so far is being summarized, is told after this, is summarized, means briefly it is told, being summarized for easy understanding. Buddhi saukaryaya, because discussion has got elongated to such extent that you can conveniently forget where we started. In Panchadashi it's bound to happen, because he has got the knack of elaborating further and further and further and further and further, and finally we say we forget from where did we start. Where did we start? What is the purpose of this chapter? To gain the knowledge of Atma. Why should I seek Atma? Paramananda. So who is the person who is adhikari here? Manda Prajna. Who is that Manda Prajna? One who is entangled in his preeti for this and that in this world. He knows that language only. That guy has to be handled now. Because earlier he was that way, that is, Guru did not bother about him, but Shishya pleaded for the mercy. So Shishya pleaded mercy. Why? He has got some jidnyasu. He is not totally an extrovert person, but he may not be that highly mature enough to conduct very serious inquiry like in the earlier chapter. Mere intelligence is not going to help. Okay, Swamiji, we had finished the 11th chapter. Why should we bother about this? See, the antakarana disposition is essential. Otherwise, mere that is analyzing and appreciating, that itself is, of course, some parokshata it will help. That is fine. But in terms of aparoksha jnana itself may not help as such. All these are required. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is taken for granted. If that is not there, any amount of intellectual gymnasium by itself cannot help the individual. Okay. Now, so for such a person, he is being told from his own preeti that he has got in terms of all these things, and thereby to point out that Atma is Paramananda, the hetu is given is Atma is Priyatama, Parama Premaspadaha. Now to establish Parama Premaspada, all these efforts have been put forth by bringing the Brihadaranyaka question, because the question was, is there such a, that means precedent for that? Such inquiry has been conducted, and is there anyone who has gained the knowledge? Yes. Who is that person? Maitreyi. Afterwards it is going to say, don't think that only in the Maitreyi Brahmana it is said, elsewhere also this method has been adopted, will be shown. Otherwise, one stray instance by itself need not be taken seriously, one may say. No, this is a well established prakriya, methodology to arrive at what one's own real nature is. So, by showing the Atma is Parama Premaspada, the locus of limitless love, it is arrived at that Atma is Paramananda Sarupaha. So now all this trouble is taken to show that Atma is Parama Premaspadaha. So for that, now that whatever that was discussed is being summarized. Atma Preyan Priyasheshaha Dveshopekshe Tadanyayoho Iti Vyavasthito Lokaha Yajnavalkyamatam Chatat Atma Preyan Sheshaha Priyaha Tadanyayoho Dveshopekshe. Dveshopekshe add Bhavataha. Dveshopekshe Bhavataha. Iti Lokaha Vyavasthitaha. Iti Lokaha Vyavasthitaha. Cha Tat Yajnavalkya Matam. Or Tatcha Yajnavalkya Matam. Okay. Atma Preyan. Now, Atma. Now, slowly he has switched on from Uchitaha Atma to Atma, oneself, Satchidananda Atma, oneself. So, to start with, because oneself, you might have taken at Jiva level, but Jiva level itself is Mithya Atma. Jiva is Mukhya Atma or Mithya Atma. Vyavaharika, that's a Vyavaharika. But everything has to be started from him only, because that is what I take myself to be. If I know that I am Mukhya Atma, why should you bother about inquiry and to gain all this? Why Vedanta is required for you? That Mithya Atma alone has to be pointed out to be none other than the Mukhyaha Sakshi Atma. If I know it already, okay, you have already discovered it. There is no need of Vedanta for you. So therefore, so it is a Atma, that was Pratyaganandaha Atma, the oneself. Even otherwise, Atma oneself is Priyatama. Do you know why? Because that Atma, the Pratyagatma itself is of that nature. We don't know, but we mistake this, because we take this body etc. to be Atma, and therefore we take that is the Priyatama. Actually it is for love for the actual Atma only. So, Preyan. Preyan means Atishayena Priyaha, the most dear. Then Sheshaha Priyaha. Sheshaha, whatever that is, conducive. Secondary to this Atma oneself is Priyaha Padartha, that is whatever that other than Atma, that is Priyaha means just Priya. Not, that is, it is dear, it is not most dear. And simple love is there, just love is there, not the excessive, limitless love. Okay. Sheshaha. Tadanyayoho dveshopekshe bhavataha. You can add also yathakramam bhavataha. For the other two, no, not other two, for other than these two, that is Atma and Shesha, what are those? Dvesha, Dvesham and Upeksham. So therefore, Dveshaha and that is Dveshaha and Upeksha. So that is Yathakramam Bhavataha. Yathakramam means in order. What order it is? Based on Anukulya and Pratikulya. So Anukulya, no, not that way. Okay, no. Pratikulya and Dvaya Bhava. Not that, because it is Anukulya already gone now. See, We are talking of dvesha, dvesha and upeksha. For dvesha, pratikulya. Upeksha, dvayabhava, absence of anukulya and pratikulya. So that is what yathakramam. So as the order that was seen earlier, so that way, so bhavataha, they are there, that is they become so, they happen to be so, yathakramam bhavataha. Iti, thus, lokaha vyavasthitaha. Means lokaha vyavastha means lokaha vyavastham praptaha means there is an arrangement in this world. Or we can also say lokaha vyavastha means people have a rule like this. But better than that is that means there is an arrangement like this in the world. So whatever that is, atma preya. Oneself is the most dear, is the locus of limitless love, unsurpassed love. Sheshaha, whatever that is conducive to oneself, favorable to oneself, sub-secondary one to oneself, that is priyaha, is dear, just love for that. Whereas other two varieties are depending on the unfavorable disposition or absence of favorable and unfavorable disposition. They are dvesha and upeksha. So in this manner, there is an arrangement in this world. Okay. How do you say so? From the analysis that we have seen so far. Not only that, this is also the opinion of none other than Yajnavalkya. He supports by the Shruti. He brings the Shruti with Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati actually means the same thing. Tacha Yajnavalkya Matam. So whatever this we have now concluded is also the opinion, or that means the viewpoint of Yajnavalkya. What is that? Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati, as established earlier, as analyzed earlier, whatever Shruti Artha Vichara was conducted earlier. So based on that, this is exactly also what Yajnavalkya means in his Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Okay, now here one may say, maybe Yajnavalkya has taught like that. And whom did he teach it? His wife only. We need not take so seriously. Such a, why should he take so seriously these things? No, it is not there only as such. It is also, we find in the Brihadaranyaka, other places also. We find it in the, this is in the Maitreyi Brahmana, but also Purushavida Brahmana, same trend of that is teaching is there. May not have it, it may not be in such detailed, that means and detailed analysis, but same thing is also taught in other words. Tika, न केवलं मैत्रेयी ब्राह्मणे एव आत्मनः प्रियतमत्वम् उक्तम्. Please don't misunderstand that only in Maitreyi Brahmana this Atma as Priyatama is told. Then it will be a straight, that means information. No, not that way. Kintu whereas Purushavida Brahmane api. So even also in the Purushavida Brahmana, that is first chapter, fourth, that is Prakarana. So therefore in that Brahmana, fourth Brahmana of first chapter. So api iti abhiprayena. So with that view, Tadvakyartham sangrihnati. Tadvakyartham means the meaning of Purushavida Brahmana, sangrihnati means mentions, or that also he includes. So that also is included in this here. Anyatrapi shrutih praha putrad vitta tatha anyataha sarvasmadantaram tattvam tadetat preya ishyatam. Putrad vittat tatha anyataha sarvasmad antaram, add yat. Sarvasmad antaram yat, continuing tattvam, again add asti. Sarvasmad antaram yat tattvam asti. Tadetat. Put that tadetat in inverted comma. It is actually from the mantra, Brihadaranyaka mantra. We'll see what is the meaning afterwards. Tadetat preyaha ishyatam. Tadetat preyaha ishyatam. Anyatra api shruti praha. अच्छा, preyaha ishyatam, add iti. Preyaha ishyatam, add iti. Anyatra api shruti praha. पुत्राद वित्तात् तथा अन्यतः सर्वस्माद् आंतरम यत् तत्वम अस्ति. Whatever that principle is there, whatever that thing or whatever it is, the principle is there, yat tattvam, whatever that principle is there, what type of principle is it? The principle is which is sarvasmad antaram, which is most proximate than all of the rest. What are those rest? It putra, then the putra who is dear. Vittat, so then the vitta which is dear. So wealth which is dear. Tatha, anyataha, not just putra, vitta, etc. From all those things or beings which are dear to oneself. So anyataha, sarvasmat, not one or two. All that is dear to oneself, other than that, but how? Antaram. Antaram. Antaram means that which is proximate. Antaram, we'll come to that afterwards. We'll also see the actual Shruti quotation. So Antaram, what is that Antaram? So Antaram means most proximate. We'll see in general, afterwards we'll come to the Shruti quotation. So Antaram, the most proximate, then one proximate than all, which is in proximate than all these. So that principle, yat tattvam asti, whatever principle is there, tadetat. Tadetat, actually in the original Mula Shruti it means tadetat atma tattvam, because there are other quotations are there. Actually what it means is tadetat atma tattvam, that atma tattva. Tadetat atma tattvam. Preyaha ishyatam. Preyaha ishyatam means it is something which is most dear, so let it be accepted. Ishyatam angikriyatam. Iti, so anyatra api shruti praha. Elsewhere also means in Purushavida Brahmana also Shruti has declared to this effect. Now we will see that what is that actual Shruti, which the meaning of which is given. Actually it is 148 from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tadetat, in Tika you have got that. Tadetat preyaha putrat, preyaha vittat, preyaha anyasmat sarvasmad, antarataram yadayam atma. Atma is like this. What is that Atma? The Atma is tadetat. Tadetat means tadetat atma tattvam. In the context, Bhashyakara says tadetat atma tattvam. Because earlier whatever told, it refers to atma tattvam. So here only a particular portion we have taken. So therefore, tadetat means that atma tattvam. Atma tattva, the principle of one's own real nature. So tadetat atma tattvam. Preyaha. Actually, preyaha. Here, priyataraha, then priyataram, then what? Putra, that oneself is dearer than the son. Priyaha priyataram, but sarvasmad is there, therefore it becomes priyatam. Otherwise comparative is there. So priyaha we take for the beginning comparative. It is dearer than putra, dearer than vitta, dearer than everything. Dearer than everything means what? It is dearest. It is priyatama. So that we'll see after. Tadetat preyaha putra. That atma tattva is dearer than the son. Preyaha vittat. It is dearer than the wealth. So preyaha anyasmat sarvasmat. It is dearer than all the rest. So bharya, etc. Everything has come there. So therefore, it is dearer than all the rest means it is dearest. It is Priyatama. Priyatama. What is it exactly that sarvasma and again anyasmat? Anyasmat is from whatever that is rest. Whatever that is priya, rest, those are priya. Okay. And it is, at the same time it is sarvasmad Antarataram. It is innermost with respect to rest all the things. What is this Sarvasmad Antarataram? What is that innermost? It is like this. See, with respect to Bahya Putra Vitta, this body is in proximity to oneself. Is it not? So, that is it. Bahya Putra Vitta Dehi. This is from Bhashya, okay? Bhashya on this particular portion. Bahya Putra Vitta Dehi Pranapinda Samudayaha Antaraha, Hi Antaraha. So, with respect to Bahya Putra Vittadehi, from all the external objects and beings, so Pranapinda Samudaya, this assemblage of Pranapinda Samudaya means, in other words, Karyakarana Sanghataha, this assemblage of the body of ours, along with the pranas, and senses, etc. He indeed Antaraha. The meaning of Antara is given as Abhyantaraha, further Sannikrishtaha, means the one that is in the, that means in close proximity, the one which is proximate. So Sannikrishta, to whom? Atmanaha, to oneself. So, this body of ours is in proximity to oneself compared to Bahya, Putra, Vitta, etc. Okay. Much more than that. So, tasmadapi antarad antaratamam yat ayam atma. So, much more closer means which is verily me, I. That means tasmadapi. Tasmadapi means the karyakarana sanghatadapi or pranapinda samudayadapi. Even from that, antarad antarataram. These are in proximity, but that which is in much more proximity than the embodiment. So antarataram, but yet whatever that is ayam atma. That is only, that is verily this atma, our own real nature. The most proximate means verily me. That is verily me. That is what is the atma, Chaitanya Swarupa. Okay, now we come back to this stanza. Putrad vitta tatha anyataha sarvasmad antarataram yat tattvam. Whatever that principle which is in, that is, which is most proximate with respect to putra, vitta, and whatever that rest that is that are there. So that tattva is tadetat, that is that atma tattva. Preyaha is most dear, so let it be accepted. So iti anyatrapi in Purushottama Brahmana Brihadaranyaka Upanishad Shruti praha, Shruti has declared to this effect. Therefore, please don't conclude. That is only it is said so in the Maitreya Brahmana. Elsewhere also said it is something which is a well-known fact. It is not only well-known in the world but also based on the Shruti. Okay. Let it be so. So what you have seen so far with all this analysis, not only Maitreya Brahmana but also Purushottama Brahmana, Atma is Priyatama. You are talking Atma, oneself is Priyatama, etc. Sir, what is that Atma? I was confused about that only. You are talking this word Atma from the very beginning here. I don't know what it is. Yes, that has to be. So, to begin with oneself, as me, as the individual, but not as just jiva, etc. Because that also, that jiva is agamapai. He has also got the destruction. So therefore, he may take that means the paraphernalia of Gauna Atma, Mithya Atma, etc. that he may take too. So, but finally, he also is not going to be there forever. So what exactly that Atma? That's how step by step he goes. So, ascertainment of what exactly this Atma. What is that oneself you are referring as the most dear, Priyatama? What is it? It is like this. So, the question arises, Sahayam Atma, Yaha Sarvasmat Priyan Bhavati Tyaha. Who is this Atma? whom you are, that means, pointing out as the most dear. So that is we have to now ascertain. Tikakara in this here Ramakrishna puts that this way. Bhavatu evam sutau abhidanam. Let it be said so in the Shruti. What is that? Atma is Priyatama. But Prakrute kimayatam. Prakriti. What is the Prakruta here? What is going on here? For a Manda Prajna, we are trying to point out or make him understand what is Atma and why one should seek Atma. What are you going to achieve on that account? Or other connection is better. Okay, that is fine. Sahayam Atma, that is Atma is Priyatama. But we have not ascertained what Atma is. Like earlier, Priyatama told that he says you can't say so because Preeti itself is not properly ascertained. Preeti varies. There is no finality about the Preeti as such. Then it was shown what is Preeti, etc. Like that. Okay, you say Atma oneself is most dear, but I would like to know what exactly that Atma is. I am not clear about that. Of course, that has to be ascertained based on Shruti only. Srautya vichara drishtyayam sakshevatmana cetaraha koshan pancha vivachantaha vastu drishtir vicharana. Srautya vichara drishtya ayam sakshi eva atma itaraha cha na. Add there iti phalati. Iti phalati. Panchakoshan viviccha अंतः वस्तु दृष्टि विचारणा ऐड भवति. पंचकोशान् विविच्य अंतः वस्तु दृष्टि विचारणा भवति. That Atma we are referring to, do you know? Begin with, no doubt it was Jivatma as known to us, because as we don't know what is Satchidananda Atma. If we know, we need not take to this inquiry. So therefore, to begin with oneself as individual was taken, as Jivatma was taken. But Shautya vichara drishtya ayam sakshi eva atma itaraha nacha itaraha chana. Shautya vichara drishtya. So, by the drishti which is gained through Shrauta vichara. What is drishti? Drishti is nothing but aparokshanubhava or aparoksha jnana. Aparokshanubhava or aparokshanubhuti or aparoksha jnana. Whichever word you use, it is one and the same thing. But aparoksha is important. Not just paroksha, aparoksha. What do you mean by aparoksha? Anubhava or jnana, when you add aparoksha, what difference does it bring? What is aparoksha? Oneself. Aparoksha cannot be anything other than oneself. See? Na paroksha is aparoksha. Pratyaksha and paroksha are in the drishya category. Druk can only be aparoksha. That's why aparoksha is very important, jnana. Otherwise it can be paroksha jnana. Or it can be anubhava where triputis are there. Therefore, so we bring the aparoksha which dismisses the triputi because it is me and me alone, not that I know myself. It's not possible. Karta karma cannot be for one and the same thing. Therefore, aparoksha verily as me. And what is that me? The Chaitanya which is Advaya Swarupa. That is. Shautya vichara drishtya. That is, what is Shautya? That is Srauti vichara drishti. It is like this. Shrutyartha paryalochana rupaya vichara drishtya. So that vichara, inquiry, conducted in accordance with the analysis of Shrutyartha. That is Shrutyartha. Shrutyartha, like we can say Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, or as given in the second line, Panchakosha Viveka, as unfolded where? Which Upanishad? Taittiriya, Brahmandavalli. Therefore, all these things can be brought into category of Shrutyartha Vichara, that is Shrautya Vichara Drishtya. Therefore, that is the methodology of inquiry based on the Shruti, based on the Upanishad. Whichever that suits you well, you can take it. There is no hard and fast rule that a particular type of inquiry only has to be taken to. It depends on the individual. See, if a proper frame of mind is there, if readiness of mind is there, that is sadhana chatushtaya and shuddhantakarana, amanitva, etc. value is there, even one Upanishad is more than enough. Unless you want to become a teacher, etc. Okay, that is fine. But as a mukshu, for that gaining the Atma Jnana, one is more than enough for a proper unfoldment by a proper master, is that with the proper disposition of the student. That is not fair. So that it need not be a particular this thing, anyone that appeals or which clicks in to the particular type of the student, one can take, but it should necessarily be it should be on Shruti. It should be in accordance with the Shruti only. So that is the only pramana. So therefore, Shrautya Vichara Drishtya. So that is Vichara Drishtya means Vicharena. Okay, we see that. That is Vicharena Prapta Drishti Taya. Drishti. That knowledge that is gained by the inquiry in accordance with Shruti. So that is what, based on that, this is Atma Eva, that is Atma is nothing but Sakshi only. Sakshi Chaitanya Satchidananda Swarupa. Swastik Om